Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for February the 3rd through February the 9th. I have meditated over these cards and shuffled them, but I'm going to do it one more time for your benefits. This is for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn for January the 3rd through January the 9th? 3 cards for Capricorn, please. Oh, what's that? There's 3 already. Wow. Okay. Now, these readings are general readings. They're for the collective, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And listen, they're for your sun, moon, and rising, so check out all the links to the other videos below. If you'd like a more tailored and personal reading, however, you may click on this link here and that will take you to my website and you can check out the kind of readings and services that I offer. Okay, so these are clarifying cards for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, and blessings and helpful information can you give Capricorn through these clarifying cards for February the 3rd through February the 9th? Please clarify. Oh, very good. Please clarify. Please clarify the... Oh, what's coming out? Coming out, not coming out. Please clarify the 8. Oh, there it is. Yes, flew out. That was the one. Oh, it's jumping all over the place. It's got a lot of energy, that card. Okay, and please clarify the... There it is. Love that. Okay, let's clarify. Let's take a look at your cards. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, the first card out for you is the 6 of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Cups. Then you have the 8 of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Then you have the Empress, clarified by the Temperance card. Capricorn. Okay. The first card out for you, Capricorn, is the 6 of Pentacles. And this is interesting because the full moon is all about kind of being in service to others. It's helping others. It's putting your heart out there for the collective, for, you know, the oneness in us all, for recognizing our similarities as opposed to our differences. What is it that makes us one? And when you are in service, you're not putting yourself first. You're coming out of that. You're forgetting your woes and your worries. And you're focusing. It's really not completely altruistic because you really get so much from being of service to others. And clarifying it is the Page of Cups. This is love. Love will keep us together. This is really about the gift of love. This is about this is like being of service, being compassionate, being out there, being intuitive. And it's tapping into that intuition. It's feeling the suffering of the collective, of the masses, and asking yourself, what can I do to be of service to society? So this is definitely about, you know, being emotionally available and really being ready to move on to the next phase of your life, because pages are messengers, yes, but they are also apprentices that are, you know, at some point they've been in service to the king and the knight, and at some point they've got to go out and experience being a knight for themselves. So this is really, and look, I'm feeling that this is a very spiritual reading for you, Capricorn, because the next card you have is the 8 of Cups, and this is needing something more meaningful in your life. It's needing something, it's needing, your soul needs to be fed. That's what it is. Your soul is hungry, and you may have all these worldly possessions and goods, and it doesn't mean anything to you or to any of us if our souls aren't fed, right? We need to feed our souls. What lights that flame within our hearts that makes us giddy and happy and passionate? And sometimes when this comes in, you're being asked to seek out a spiritual teacher or a mentor or a spiritual guru, or somebody that will guide you spiritually and wholeheartedly, and someone who's going to keep you, give you a checklist to keep you on the straight and narrow, to help you, to lift you up when you fall down, right? To help you get up and back on your feet. So sometimes when this card comes in, it's got that feeling that you're just disenchanted with your life. You're discontented. You're not happy, fully happy. Sometimes appearances, you seem to have everything on the outside, perhaps, Capricorn, but really inside you're not feeling fulfilled in some way. And clarifying it is the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are all about movement, right? But this knight is kind of standing. He's not wasting any energy. He is surveying the land, and he is planning his next move. He's making strategic moves forward. He's not going to waste his time. He wants to attain something. He wants more of this gold coin. He wants more, more meaning in your life, right? And in order to get it, he is planning ahead. So look, if you're not feeling happy and you're not content, plan a different future. That's what you're being told. Plan your trajectory forward in a different way. Take slow, thought out, methodical and strategic steps forward. Think before you react or act. Don't just run away. Right? Because sometimes this is about running away from your responsibilities. Perhaps you have to ask yourself, why do you want to run away? Is it because you can't handle your responsibilities and you don't want to deal and you want to run? Or is it because you're just not happy and your life doesn't have that meaning? You want more, right? More out of life. And if you do, then you need to kind of plan it. This is like plan, P-L-A-N, plan a different course. And that's what I would say. And then look, you have the Empress, and the Empress is about creating abundance. Look, you definitely love abundance. You're Capricorn, you're pragmatic, you're ambitious, you want security, you want to, you want to be able to create security for you and your family, your loved ones. And she is about creativity. She's the queen of, she's Mother Earth. That's who she is. She's Gaia. She's the queen of queens. She's our mother. And she's all about abundance, and she's creating, and she's the wonderful chaos of natural nature and beauty and, the abundance of our land, fruits and flowers and vegetables. That's abundance, right? So, first of all, be kind to the planet, which I don't think I have to say to a Capricorn. I think Capricorns are very, tuned into this planet. But what I would say is get into nature, because you're going to feel that creative. I feel that nature will feed your creativity. I really feel that you need to be in touch with nature. Touch the flowers, go barefoot in the soil, because you have meridians under your feet that are receptors that will take the energy from Gaia, bring it up to you, and then it will go back in and heal the earth. It's a healing experience, right? Connect with nature. I think it's very important. I'm getting that in a very strong way for you, Capricorn. I think it will make you feel, it will give you that sense of meaning and fulfillment and connection. And then look, you have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card has come up for a couple of readings, and it's about, look, the mantra for the Temperance card is everything in moderation. You know, it's interesting. The Temperance has these beautiful red wings. So there's passion there, you know. There's this is about balance. It's about, sorry for that noise, New York City. This is about balance. And look, she's in nature too, barefoot. She's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. It's about being, you know, spiritually balanced. Stay in tune with the ethereal realm, but also remain grounded. It's very important to be grounded in nature. I'm really getting that in a strong way for you guys. And it really for all of us. But this is, and temperance is everything in moderation. So don't overdo anything. Don't overconsume, don't overdrink, don't oversmoke, just remember that mantra, everything in moderation. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned for the astrology report, which comes up right after this. And I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, I'm really glad you stayed to listen to the astrology report and to see what's happening in the celestial sky this week, and what a celestial sky we have. Now, on Monday, February the 3rd, Mercury moves into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication, intellect, logic, details, right? Facts. And Pisces is quite the opposite to that. Pisces is like creative and dreamy and romantic and poetic. So Mercury in Pisces is thought to be in detriment, and that means at its weakest power. But what Mercury in Pisces does is it gives insight. So the conversations are more pleasant, and it gives insight into somebody's mood, and you can avoid confrontation, and you can have pleasantries, pleasant conversations, sweet, romantic, almost poetic in nature. So it's a wonderful way of communicating and of seeing into somebody's mood and being able to direct a conversation or ideas around that. And it's kind of visionary too, because you can have brilliant ideas on these daydreams. You know, the thing is it's really, it is not detail oriented. So when Mercury is in Pisces, for me, I can go off on tangents, and I put little alarms on my phone to bring me back into the moment, particularly when I need to take care of things, because you can kind of get lost on social media, you know, lose track of time. It's that kind of energy. Now we move on to Friday, February the 7th, and Venus moves into Aries. Now Venus has been in Pisces, where it's exalted, where it can really, it's the strongest, it can express itself, she can express herself fully, Venus can, right? And think of her in Pisces in this long, flowing chiffon, willowy, romantic gown, right? Blowing in the wind. And then she moves into Aries, and suddenly she's in a rubber red dress and garter belt and stockings and perhaps a whip in her hand. high heels. She's very, aggressive, assertive. She goes after what she wants and she gets it. Venus in Aries is the initiator. So, some of her a male energy comes out and she goes after what she wants. So it's very kind of, think of Mars. It's very kind of sexual, sensual energy. And then on Sunday, February the 8th or 9th, right, depending on where you are, you're going to see this beautiful full moon on the 8th. And it is going to peak at 2:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be in the morning, in Europe, and it's going to be earlier, late in the evening in California, on the Pacific Standard Time. So this is a full moon in Leo. Now, full moons are when the moon and the sun are opposite each other, right? So this is, think of, this is about courage. It's about being heart-centered. It's interesting, right? Because the sun is in Aquarius and the moon is in Leo. And at the same time as this beautiful full moon at 20 degrees Leo, it's also right next to a fixed star, which is very kind of Mars-like, and it is trining, the moon is trining Mars. So this brings passion, vigor, energy, sensuality, chemistry. It is, Leo is in the house of romance, fun, excitement, and children and family too. So that you get all this energy and this vigor into these relationships, but it's also about helping others, this moon. Now, I will just say that full moons are always kind of a culmination and a releasing, right? They're whatever you've kind of started, good or bad, in the new moon, then it comes to fruition in the full moon. So sometimes where this full moon lands in your chart depends on which area of life it affects. And that brings me to my Facebook group, guys. It's a private Facebook group. And every 2 weeks, we look at the new moon or the full moon, respectively, and we see where it lands in our charts, right? So I do a live feed in that private Facebook group. The link will be below. Check that out. Now, so this full moon is about helping others, right? It's being heart-centered. It's putting love into the world, and it's about helping others. It's right opposite Aquarius, the humanitarian sign, right? The sun. And the sun is illuminating the moon. That's why it's so full. So we are going to, this full moon is definitely about how can we help? What can we do for society? Where can I use my courage? How can I use my courage? How can I improve or help or contribute to society? Right? Because this is all inclusive and it's heart-centered. It's love, putting love out there into the world. And that's what my Facebook group is about. We are a group of like-minded people, and it's loving, it's supportive, it's very positive, it's lovely. So ask to join. There's a couple of questions you have to ask. I do actually require that you have a profile photograph. I no longer accept people without profile photographs. And it's got to be a real account. I check out the profile, and if it doesn't look real, I won't accept. So, we're about authenticity, right? And that's what this full moon is about, authenticity. It's about being, it's about coming into oneness with everyone. So, when we do that live feed, we'll be looking at what we need to let go. Do we need to let go of friendships? Do we need to let go of relationships? Do we need to let go of jobs, of the apartments, of the areas that we live? What do we need as opposed to what do we want? And this is a question we need to ask ourselves throughout 2020, going forward. We need, Saturn is playing a huge role along with Pluto and Capricorn. We still have all these planets in Capricorn, and it is about frugality, right? It's about no waste. It's about seeing, using what we need, and not consuming so much. Consumerism is down. We need to grow personally. We want to expand our awareness and our consciousness into the society at large. We want to focus on our similarities as opposed to our differences. And this is a beautiful full moon in which to connect with people and how we can help others. So, guys, I really appreciate all the likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I love all the all the comments, both personal and public, are just so inspiring and touching to me. And I need that encouragement just as much as the next person. So I thank you all for that. And another way to help me is through Patreon. This is another way to support my channel and help me grow, help me put out more creative content. I think you can support me as little as $1 a month. It's not a lot for you, but it's huge for me. Imagine if everyone gave me $1. It would be amazing. My equipment is slowly becoming archaic. I could really use some help to replace that. But listen, no pressure. I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else, so it might be worth checking out. Thank you, above all, thank you all for joining me and helping me grow. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.